Hey guys, Austin here. Today I'm going to be doing a leopard gecko care video, giving you some information on how to take care of and own a leopard gecko. Okay, to start, what you're going to need is you're going to need a vivarium. Other words, tank, is known more simply as a tank. So here we have is a 20-gallon long. Now you don't need this for one leopard gecko. The reason why I have this is because I'm getting another one in a few months. So you're going to need a vivarium, whether it be a 10-gallon. I suggest if you don't want to upgrade like I did, and you just want to have one leopard gecko, I'd say go for a 15-gallon or a 10-gallon. You really don't need all this space, but like I said, I'm getting another one, so it's good to plan ahead. And you're going to want one with a closed top, just in case. Like these have little buckle locks, if you can see here, little buckle locks here each side. So you're going to want a vivarium with a closed top. You can close and secure. Basically, what you're going to need for the hides, you're going to need a dry hide. One side's got to be dry, the other's got to be moist, due to shedding process, which I'll explain here in a few minutes. So basically what you're going to need is you're going to need a dry hide, and you're going to need a water dish. Obviously they drink water. Obviously you're going to need a calci dish. Now this is essential for a leopard gecko. They need calcium sand in order to get their vitamins that they need. So you're going to want to buy some Reptical calcium. This is really essential. You really do need this, or else your leopard gecko will be scrawny, might be prone to bone problems. It's just a mess. I recommend you get this. You're gonna need, what else? Okay, you got your dry hide. Underneath here I have a 20-gallon long heating pad. So underneath here, which is underneath the tank, as you can see, is a cord. I'm not going to pull this up or anything because it's quite a lot to pull and I'm going to spill the water. But anyways, you're going to want a heating pad for the dry side. Now, this is a 20-gallon long heating pad, so it goes to about here. It cuts off right here. So it's underneath the water dish, so it's not evaporating the water, but it's got an area where it's keeping one part of the tank warm at all times. Now, you're going to want to have a moist side as well. So this is the moist side. You got your, what I like to call your shedding house, which is a moist hide. So you got your container, whatever you want to use. I suggest like a Ziploc container. Just cut a hole in it. Well, not like technically like a little hole, but just cut enough room for your leopard gecko to go in. Now, I suggest you cutting it big, like really big off the start, so then you don't ever have to buy another one or use another Ziploc. You just have it forever, as long as leopard gecko lives. You're going to want to have a damp paper towel in here. You want to keep it damp daily. Got to check it, because they do shed. Now, they shed normally once a month. When they're babies, they sometimes will shed a little bit sooner than that. So you're going to want to make sure that it's moist. And now I'm going to explain the shedding process to people that don't know. The shedding process is when the leopard gecko starts to shed its skin, because it is growing. It's growing more skin so that it could be larger. And the excess skin, they will rip off. They'll rip the skin off themselves, or it'll just simply fall off. So that's the shedding process. It's really natural. You really do got to make sure that they have a good shedding process, or it could really damage them. So make sure you got a moist hide, and definitely make sure you have your calcium sand. It really does help. And I've got just a little bit of, here's my decoration hide. It's a hide as well. She doesn't go in it very often, but it's just a decoration basically. Same with these leaves. She'll try to climb up them, but she never really prevails climbing up onto them. but you know, they're nice to have. Water dish, of course. Repti carpet. Now, some people use sand. The pet stores will tell you to use sand, but don't use sand. Sand can cause impaction, which can kill your leopard gecko over time. Impaction is when the sand is digested into the leopard gecko, and it disrupts the stomach. Their bowel movements do not work properly, so it basically just kills them. So basically what's happening is, if you have sand, the gecko will go for the food that you put down, and the food will be covered in sand, if you're using sand, obviously, and they will eat it, and they will consume the sand that is on them, or they will just consume the sand from simply attacking its prey on top of the substrate. Now, the best thing to do is either use paper towel or Repti carpet. I like Repti carpet because you can wash it. It's easy to wash. You just rinse it out, you know, throw it in your bathtub, just clean it up. It's easy to use. It looks nice. It looks clean. Unlike paper towel. Paper towel to me just doesn't work. I don't like it, but some people use paper towel. So you're going to need Repti carpet, some sort of substrate, but don't use sand. Don't use mulch either, because leopard geckos, their habitat, they're not from a mulch environment. People mistaken this all the time that, oh, they're desert animals. They're not desert animals. So basically, that's the whole setup that you're going to need for your leopard gecko when you do get one. Also, I forgot to mention, which is somewhat essential, is your hygrometer, thermometer. So the thermometer, obviously, you know what that does. Tells you how warm or how cold your habitat is for your gecko. And the hygrometer, it measures moisture that is in the tank. So you need to keep it at a decent level. It's got to be decently moist for the gecko. It keeps them healthy, easy to shed. You know, keeps them from having a bad shed, which you need to have a good shed for your gecko, or they're going to be insecure about their home. You can also get a background, but I decided not to. My last tank I had a background on there. I just didn't bother getting a new one. So you can put a background back there. It's just extras. You don't need it. It's not essential. It's not something you should be getting. But basically, all that you see here is what you will need. Besides this, you really don't need it, or the extras. But, you know, you could make it your own, personalize it. But yeah, so that's my video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and favorite. Thank you.